What's up, everybody? It's about 45 minutes till pitch black dark. So I'm out here in my office building. I'm just out to do some experiments, tracking stuff this evening for myself. So a couple of things right quick. UV light or black light. Of course, this one has the other stuff, but gonna need a light. And you can play with this different things here, right? So the first one, I don't know if you guys can see this, was I got 3 things I'm gonna be messing with tonight. So we have glow germ powder that we actually use in kids' wilderness classes to talk about the germ spread and how to keep yourself clean in a wilderness environment. So the stuff works pretty well for what we're doing. So we're going to see here in a minute. But glow germ powder for the kids. All right, so that's the first thing we're going to use. Second thing we're going to use is 2 different types of chalk box powders, just fluorescent. It might show neon or high vis or whatever, but it's fluorescent chalk box powder. Anything fluorescent under a black light, you guys already know. So in the law enforcement world, think about luminol with blood pattern analysis, crime scene stuff, proteins and things like that. So we're just going to do some different things with this stuff, and I'll show you what it looks like with a black light. But really, I'm going to experiment. I know what each one of these will do individually already, but I'm just going to go out here and play with it and do some mixing of things and do some just playing around with it and see what happens. So you guys stay tuned, man. We'll check it out. It'll be dark soon. Hang tight. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do right here on the woods, on the edge of the woods. Just going to throw them down. So it's hard to do this stuff one-handed, so sit tight. All right, we got 3 piles, about the same size, same amount of material. Kind of scoot back so you guys can see. So let it get good and dark. It's darker than it shows on this camera, but give it another 30 minutes or so, and that'll be about 3 seconds for you guys. Sit tight. Okay, it's not even time to do this yet, but you guys got to check this out. That's a spider that ran through my stuff. Hard to see. He's all orange and glowing. Pretty cool. All right, here we are. It's pretty dark out here now. So let's take a look. This is with the blue light. Yep. Yeah. So we have obviously the orange, the green, and then it's not as nice piled up. There you go, the glow germ powder. So you can kind of see the glow germ powder up. There's less of it put out, obviously. There's some I spilled, but less of it. But they all 3 glow. All right, now check this out. So with the black light, or the blue UV, whatever you want to use, you can see all of it. Now we're going to switch it to the white light, and you can still see all of it. Whoop. One more time. There we go. Red light. One of them is missing. So the green one. All right. Whoop. There you go. Whoop. You can see it in everything but the red. So just keep that in mind if you're using the green powder stuff for whatever you're doing, crime scene marking, whatever it is, missing person cases, whatever the thing is. So just remember that. So you can still see the glow germ powder and the orange, but it's a no-go on the green. But you change the colors. There she is. So the green, though, actually, let's take a look at this. Yeah, it's like a hot spot with those 2, and it's still orange. It's just orange, but. So one thing I do notice, looking at this cloth, with this glow germ powder, we'll look at it first and see how much detail we can get. So it's kind of clumpy looking. You know what I mean? Now let's look at this orange. Everything is more sharp looking, if that makes sense. At least to my 52-year-old eyes anyway. Much more crisp. And there seems to be a lot of depth, I guess, it's like levels of it, really, to my eyes. It's three-dimensional, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But you can kind of see that. Now let's take a look at this green. Now look at the green. The green is very sharp, like the orange. Lots of detail. Look at the wrinkle in that top leaf and stuff. But it's easier on the eye. There's still a lot of depth to it, but it's not so harsh. Like that just kind of wants to melt your face off. And then you come back here and it's much more gentle. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but stand by and let's do something else. All right, now we're just going to take a walk. I'm going to take off here and go this way. I'm going to put my right foot in that pile and just go out that way. And then I'm going to come back and left foot here and go out kind of that way. So here we go. Three or four steps, good enough. I'm going to swing around and come back. All right, you can see where I spilled some on the gravel. All right, so now I'm going to keep the light over here so you guys can't see the orange. Now I'm going to go left foot into this pile and out this way. So here we go. That's probably good enough. All right, swing around and come back. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, we have orange and green sprinkles all the way over here where the glow germ stuff is. So looking on out, you can see the orange right through here. I can get in there closer. There's some. It's kind of hard to see this far back, but yeah, material transfer is all it is. But so now looking at the green, looking up and out, there's one. Look at that. So you can see on out there orange, on out there green. So more green there. I'm looking for more orange, but actually I'm right there. So the green or the orange is great. We'll talk more about how to use it, I guess, in classes and stuff. I don't want to make a 40-minute video, but just play with this kind of stuff, I guess. So hold tight, man. Let me put this stuff up, and I'm going to come back and we'll talk some more. All right, guys, what's up, man? So you saw how it looked. Doesn't matter, green or orange or this kind of stuff, or even paint. Anything fluorescent, anything luminescent like that under a black light you can use. So to me, personally, with my eyes, I've been wearing 1-power readers for the last year and a half probably. So my eyes are still pretty good, I guess, for my age. I'll be 53 in October. So, yeah, I think it's the screens. You know what I'm saying? It's always on the screens. So I don't have a problem seeing things in the leaves and in the nature like that. But when I look at the screens or anything popping like that, man, my eyes are just like, no thanks. So anyway, getting old sucks. But the orange is a little harsh, right? So it's got a little, whereas the green seems to be more mellow to me. I don't know if it's picking up in the camera or not, but it's a little more mellow. I can see fine, like, fissures in the leaves and different contrast on the angles of the actual leaf surface to where the vein is and things like that. I can see better. So why you would use this stuff? Well, there's a number of reasons, and we can talk about it in classes, obviously, but I just want you guys to be aware that think about these things. Anything fluorescent, if you're a criminal investigator and working any crime scene, you know about luminol, so it's the same stuff. So put it to use. Whether any missing persons case, any tactical operation where you need to set something up where people might walk through it and you can check before the daylight, things like that. So anyway, that's it, man. Get you one of these little lights, green, red, blue light. Put it in your kit. So that's just the tip of the day, guys. We'll see you guys in classes. We got a lot coming up, you already know. So we're headed to, East Tennessee, Northeast Georgia, Texas, and then to Louisiana. We're supposed to go to Ohio. I don't think we're going to have enough students to pull that one off. We're close, man. We're only like 4 or 5. I try to keep these things at like 10 students, and obviously I have to have that many to justify going there and back, and sometimes we get more than that and we have to turn them away, and sometimes we don't get enough to make a class. So whatever it is what it is. So probably not going to go to Ohio, but we're headed to East Tennessee. Then we're going to come back 2 weeks later and go to Northeast Georgia. Then we're going to come back the very next weekend and go to the Dallas, Texas area. And then we're going to go to Carroll County, which is over here a few counties from me. So kind of local event. We're going to do a tracking course up there for the weekend for all the state rescue squad. And oh man, then we got a wilderness first aid or two coming up on the other side of things. But then we go to Louisiana 1st of December to train Department of Safety and Corrections people. They're K-9 people, they're tactical people. They find fugitives and lost, they're missing people, escapees, if you will. So we're going to go down there and do a tactical tracking class for those guys. And that's the 1st of December. So lots coming up, man. So you guys stay safe. We'll see you soon.